Hi everyone, I'm super happy and proud actually to present to you today those new activities we have prepared for Flight Sim 2024. I will give you an overview of what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about the career, I was going to talk about the Challenge League, and I was going to talk about the photographer mode. We like to talk about those different type of activity to address different type of audience. But also, depending on the mood you are in, you could start. Each of those activities are entry point to enter into the experience and to engage with it, with a different expectation, I would say. Typically, the photographer mode is all about the planet. What we call when you are in the mood of digital tourist, you want to discover more about the planet. That's going to be the mode. I will describe this more later. There is the Challenge League, which is much more competitive, fast-paced, snackable, with leaderboards, division. I will expose you a little bit more after that too. And the career, which is probably the biggest improvement we've made, and which is actually for everyone. And I will show you this now. Career. Today I will only be able to describe really the surface of how it works. It's quite deep, quite complex. You can basically play this almost an infinity of time. So I will go straight through the experience we're gonna be able to experience in a few minutes and explain a little bit in order to show you the structure and how it works. So at the beginning, you will start anywhere on the planet, which is pretty cool. And I mean, I really mean it. If you will gonna be able to start your career anywhere on the planet, on any airport, except international airport, because nobody starts to in international airport. But if we put this on the side, basically where you want. So to give an example, I pick up unknown French airport here, which is Roquelincourt Airport. Completely unknown, I mean, at least to me, close to Arras. And after you pick up this airport, you will start your career as a rookie. You arrived at the Aero Club. You will meet the mentor. The mentor will help you to understand how it works, what you need to do in order to progress into your career, do the familiarization flight, give you potentially first mission. And soon you will be a pilot, and you are going to have to do certification and specialization in order to move forward in your career. So what is certification? Here's an example of a pickup of how the certification tree looks like. In order to pilot different planes, you are going to have certification for those planes. And depending on the path you are going to select, as a pilot, you will want to be in this case, it's just the plane's part. On the other side, there is a helicopter part. So you can start to be directly an heli pilot. Each of those certifications allows you to pilot different type of plane, and different type of planes allow you to do different types of jobs. To have those certification, you need to pass an exam. So, and each of these exams actually cost money. So it's a bet. You need to be ready. So in order to do this, it comes with 64 trainings that will help you to understand what is at stake for each of those exams, to be prepared in order to be able to pass your exam successfully. Obviously, just a quick note, it's not as complex as it is in real life. We do not pretend to train you to be an actual jet engine rating pilot, but still we try to really keep the spirit of it and what is important to understand for each of those steps, which are actually steps which are pretty close to what happens in real life. And then you will go to specialization. There is 16 of them at this stage. So this is just an example. So this one is the first one. First flight is really where you are still a private pilot. You're not allowed yet to do commercial things, but you can start to do some trip with your friends, so you will start with this. And then step by step, you will be going to be able to go deeper into the aviation world and do tons of different types of, actually 16 different types of activities, using different types of plane with different types of constraint and different types of mission evaluation. I will come back to this later. So just example, passenger transport with the rotorcraft, search and rescue, medevac, extra, extra, extra. And then you will go to the world map to pick up a mission, actually a job. And here I need to stop a little bit because what you're seeing here is the very beginning of the career. You just started, you just unlocked this is the icon of the mission for first flight. And as you can see, there is already a lot. All those missions, day after day, are updated in the game. The reason why is because people don't wait for you, you know. If someone, for example, break his leg during a ski session, much probably the next day he will not going to be there anymore, you know. So all of that is updated the day after day for any single type of activity anywhere on the planet. 365 days, 365 days per year. And if I zoom in, you can see there is even more. But I want to show you how it looks when we completely zoom out and if you have unlocked almost everything. It looks like this. So North America, each of those icons represent a mission. But if you zoom in, we're going to have even more. At this stage, you can see the variety of the missions, all the different types. You can go anywhere. Then how it works. You pick up one, for example, aerial advertising in this case, which is all about take off, catch a banner, go to a beach in this case, and come back, drop the banner, and land. So you will have a briefing, and you will have the flight plan, which is displayed here. I love this feature because if you are not comfortable yet with the deepness and the complexity of aircraft, flight paths, flight planning, all those things which can sound a little bit complicated when you just landed in the aviation world, you can really use this in-game and at any moment of the experience, you press pause, you will see your flight path, see what is expected from you. But if you don't, because you are an hardcore simmer, you can start cold and dark, do your EFB, do yourself your mission, exactly like if it was true to life experience. So it's pretty good. Then a cool feature too is that in this case you start cold and dark close to your X-Cub, and you will gonna be able to walk around and to do your pre-flight. So you will gonna have to remove the shocks, the engine cover, the pitot cover, static port cover, etc. And it's not a detail because if you, for example, forgot to remove the pitot cover, you will gonna be able to fly, but you will have no speed indication. This works. Or if you forgot the shocks, you will not gonna be able to obviously move the airplane at first. Then you start your mission. You will gonna have objectives. In this case, for example, to pick up the banner because you need to be low at a given airspeed in the correct angle. Then you do your tasks on the beach. Again, you'll have a constraint in order to successfully do your mission, the distance to the beach, the altitude, and the speed. And it's pretty, you need to be focused in order to do this. And at the end, you are going to be evaluated. So in this case, for this specific mission, it's those parameters, but how much time you took, the quality of the pass, and the precision of the banner release, which is important because those things are actually in real life quite fragile. So you need to drop them at the appropriate spot. Each of the activities you have presented, we're going to have their dedicated evaluation field, which are completely different. We try to really expose the variety of the aviation jobs you will find in real life. And this is basically to highlight what is at stake, I would say, for each of those missions. You can see that there is also aviator performance. This is transversal to any activity. we basically try here to evaluate how good you have been as a pilot, not necessarily related to the mission, but for example, have you overstressed your plane because you were too fast? Have you respected the ATC recommendation? Have you respected the taxiing? Have you put your flap too early and then damage your flap? Those type of things will also going to be evaluated for each flight, and those two scores will going to give you a total experience score, which will going to inform the money you will get and your reputation. So you come back to the HQ. Your client is happy, Hiro Tanaka. So it's not a detail. Each of the client, or let's say mission giver that will gonna give mission to you are, I mean, we are using name based on country, and we have a new crowd system that basically allows us to create an infinity of characters, and the way they look, the way they dress is actually related to the region you are working in. So you can see we have an income here, reputation update, you progress in terms of level, all of that allows you to either unlock new specialization, or in terms of reputation, it will gonna inform different parameters. Some mission can be hidden behind this thing. You need to have a very good reputation to be able to do some very specific type of mission. I do not have enough time to talk about this deeper, but you will see. Also, you will be better paid, because if you have a better reputation, you will generate more income. And you come back to your HQ, and here, everything I've described, you are still an employee, basically. And it's a moment in the career where you can suddenly create your own business. It means that you will going to be able to use your money to buy your own plane. Because so far, it was not your plane. It was the plane of your boss. And now it's your plane. And you can buy several planes. And at the beginning, you will probably buy second-hand plane, because it's too expensive. And step by step, you will build your fleet and expand your fleet on different territories, maybe buy new plane, and ultimately you will gonna be able to probably buy an airliner. What is important is because it's your own plane now, you will obviously earn much more money for each mission. That said, the way you will actually interact with your plane will inform his wear and tear. So all the system we were describing before will actually permanently and persistently inform the lifespan of your plane. And depending on how you fly it, your maintenance fee will going to be different, etc., etc., etc. So it allows experienced player to actually go into even deeper in the aviation simulation. So for now, that's it for the career. I will go to Challenge League. So actually, much simpler to explain. Every week, during the whole year, we will gonna push a new cocktail of 3 challenge. So in this case, a rally race in Grand Canyon, a low altitude in Blue Ridge Mountain, and a needle precision landing. Each week it will gonna be different planes, different place, different type of game mode. Each time you participate to one of those challenge, it's very short, it's 2 minutes, almost, like between 2 and 3. So it's snackable, fast, fun. You will be ranked. The 3 rank you will gonna have in each of those challenge will gonna be built in a unique score in your league. And depending of your position in your league, you will gonna be promoted or relegated the next week. And at the end of a series is about 10 weeks. You will gonna be rewarded depending of your position in the league. It's actually very addictive. And it may sound a little bit gamey for the most, I would say, simmer of you guys. But actually, we do not touch any at all at the flight model of those planes. it's still a sim when you are playing to this. It's just that you do not have complex takeoff procedures or navigation or landing phase. It's just like straight into the fun. But still, those planes are still planes. And the accuracy of the flight model here will allow the best pilot among you to express yourself and to really show that you are a tremendous pilot. So a quick walkthrough into how it works. So you will gonna be able to see the flight path into this canyon, Grand Canyon. Hey, you will gonna be able to see this. So F-18, low altitude, you have your score. You see how you are placed compared to your the rest of the cohort you are in. You come back, you have been third in the 3 challenge in this case, and you see the leaderboard which is fulfilled. So in this case, by the way, it was a short run. So normally 14 people are in the same cohort. So just to mention, because here it's just 5. I switched to the more chill mode, which is the photographer, the world photographer mode. It's quite simple too. What we decided to do is to try to really embrace the beauty of the planet and to help people to discover every single spot which has a point of interest on the planet. Either it's in the architectural field, like European castle. Maybe it's an impressive building that humans have done, like USA most spectacular bridge, or natural things, even animals, for example, because we have tons of animals. I will let Jörg, who likes animals so much, describe a little bit more about that. But it's actually fascinating to actually be able to try to take pictures of kangaroos, giraffes, etc., etc. But you can, so this is collection, and there is, as you can see, 11, 10 different photo challenge to be made. But you can also go into the world map, navigate on the world map, and pick up the one you want. And it's pretty cool. By the way, this is transversal. What I mean by this is, in any other type of experience, free flight, career, or even challenge, if you take a picture which corresponds to the criteria I will expose here, it will gonna be taken in account. So for example, let's take a picture of the Golden Gate. As you can see, there is 3 stars in this case. So in order to have the 3 stars, you need to complete the picture with those constraints in mind. So we will quickly teleport you close to the Golden Gate. So cool, picture of the Golden Gate, at least you did it. But then if you want to do the first star, you will gonna have to have the financial district in the picture. So you will need to place yourself in the correct angle, and you will start to use the camera in order to fulfill the constraint. But so cool, completed. But the other constraint is at night and with the moon in the frame. So at night is easy. You change the time of the day. You're at night. Cool, it works too. But with the moon in the frame, it means that you need to find a day in the month where the moon is actually there. So you will pick up this. You will find the moon. Suddenly the moon is there. The financial district is there. Your plane is in the picture. The Golden Gate 2. Boom. So the reason why we created this like that is like there is so many things to actually experience on the planet which are related to this type of criteria. For example, I don't know, the equinox, the solstice on the pyramids. You will see that it's perfectly aligned, so it's very interesting to actually experience that. Maybe it's a picture that needs to be taken in the winter, because we want to highlight the fact that it's a natural landscape is fascinating when there is snow. And you will need to wait that it actually snow for real on the planet, which is cool. You know, oh my God, to really complete this picture, oh, today it looks like it's snow in this place. I will go take the picture, boom, you win. So that's it for the moment. I hope you enjoyed it. Jörg.